One of the new features we've got for 0.4, yeah, is the overhead display. So basically, the overhead display is picture it as a small bubble that pops over your Bricktron, which basically gives you contextual information about problems that Bricktron encounters during his work.
Okay.
I'll give you an example later, so no worries about it. The interesting question is as to why we decided to do it. So after the release of 0.3, we had a lot of, you could say, reports of people either complaining about how, well, they had buggy AI or broken AI issues. Yeah. And the interesting aspect is after some investigation over a lot of these reports, is that we realized a lot of these issues were what I call usability issues. Mm-hmm. So if you want a small definition, usability issues usually are issues that a user encounters because he has either not the tools, the time, or the knowledge to fix it. Okay. So in our case here, it's a knowledge issue.
So it's not due to bugs, it's due to...
Exactly. It's not necessarily a bug per se as in the logic, but it's usually, you could picture it as a bug for the way you use it. Mm-hmm. So in this case here specifically was a case of the user not having the knowledge as to why Bricktron stopped working. Mm-hmm. And a nifty bonus from the rework of the AI we did for 0.3 is there's a lot of metadata available now, so we can basically pinpoint and help in a much simpler way why something is not working at the moment. So I say a picture works way better than words, so I'll give you a quick peek on how it works, basically, just so you know what we're standing for. So here we have a Bricktron, Tanuki. Tanuki will assign him to a group where, as you can see, there are no... Oh, I was paused. Give me a minute. A job where he's not doing anything because there's no blueprint. If you assign it to him, he's going to say nothing to do, of course. I mean, there's nothing to do at all.
There's no blueprint. There's no tasks.
Exactly. Yeah. So, okay, now let's give him a blueprint, but that is not reachable. Let's put it up here. Oops, sorry. If you hover over him, in a couple of seconds, he's going to say, I can't reach any blueprints. And he's right. I mean, it's not reachable at the moment. Okay, this test case is pretty easy. Now, if we say we give him, a reachable blueprint this time. So here, right next to him, what is he going to say? It takes usually a couple of seconds because he needs to... Oh, it's already up. Can't reach any resources. Yeah, so at this point, can't reach any resources means there's no resources to build this stuff, okay? So sometimes your blueprint, your Brictrons won't be able to access anything. So what we're going to do here, we're going to be a bit mean, and we're going to give him some wood available, okay? This way, there will be some resources, but not the one he needs. And he's going to say, up to one point, can't find required resources. Eventually, probably we're going to pinpoint exactly as to what.
Which is wood or bricks.
Exactly. Okay. But at this moment, he's saying just can't find required resources. Okay. That means one of the required resources, which were stone, is not available. We're going to do a second test. Those are the nastier ones I'm going to show you, where people don't exactly understand as to why he's not working. So I'm putting a block here, blocking the way. Okay. And if I decide to put some blocks, give me a second. I did a mistake here. I'll put it there. Okay. So I gave him some resources available. They're going to fall off. And if you ask the blueprint, crap. Okay, I'll place multiple ones. No worries.
He's going to find out.
yeah, exactly. It's all right. That happens usually. So first one here. Whoops, my bad. Yeah. A second. And where will he get his third? That's the interesting part.
There's none available.
So if you hover over him, he's going to say can't bring resources to blueprints. Okay. And the reason is, if you look at this here, it blocks the way. Once he got his resources, he can't come back out.
He could if you ask him to go
drop
over it.
Exactly. Drop it, blah, blah. It's kind of complicated, but from an AI point of view, he can't solve it at the moment. So, so if I remove it, he's going to be able to place the block, okay? So that's for
the players, like a clues to know what's wrong with the building
exactly
process.
At this point, because for some new users, I mean, he's got no clue as to why it's not working. If you send the Bricktron over there, he's going to be able to go. I'll just show you real quickly over here, and he's just going to cross. You can even take the resources, but once you've taken the resources, you can't cross anymore.
Go back. Yeah.
So, two last use cases I want to give you, which are pretty fun, actually, which are not as easy to understand as why it can't work. Okay, so if you decided to place some blocks here, we're going to cheat a bit. There and there. My bad. Here. And I place a small block over here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give him pre-blocks right next to it so it's faster. Give me a sec. We're going to cheat. You guys don't have access to this feature, unfortunately. Okay, so we grab the Bricktron and say, you know what? Start working a little, buddy. I'm going to remove this one. There you go. So he's going to start working. And you're going to see what's going to pop on his head as soon as he's done. Takes a long while usually, but that's a nifty thing. That's the whole reason why we were able to do this, by the way, is because of all the metadata we've been able to gather from the thought process and the resource management. So right now, what he's going to do, he can't reach a blueprint without climbing, and that is true here. This construction is not possible. He can't just jump over it right now. So see, this is a bit harder to understand as to why he can't. So this is an easy use case, but there are much more complicated where you don't see exactly as to why.
If I was to put stairs, could he?
Exactly, we'll do it exactly as you say. So let's put down some stairs here. And he's going to place the stairs. Boop. And then he can build it.
He's going, okay.
So you get it. That's exactly, you got the point. So stairs are really useful for that kind of stuff. And the last use case, the fun ones, you could say, that it's worth showing. It's going to take a bit while to set up, but basically some structures are harder to identify the priorities, and you need to prioritize the work in the right way so you don't block each other when you're building, you know? So
so the background don't get stuck in the structure.
Exactly, while building it.
Okay.
So here's first one. I just left one here. Well, we're going to cheat. I don't care. Give me a sec. Just here. There, we don't care. Okay. So see how this structure is being done right now. This structure, only one Brickton at a time can work. Okay. And if I place blocks again, and we're going to assign 2 Bricktons to it. Muiji also. Thank you, Muiji. Muiji is going to say all work is accounted for. Guess what? He can't help build this structure.
Why not?
Because if he tries to build the blueprint on top, unfortunately, the one under it is not ready. There's an order in which you need to build the blocks, and that was not clear before.
The status was updating.
Yeah, exactly. Now he can't reach any blueprints because I left a blueprint further down. That's no worries. But that gives you a quick tip and overview what the overhead display does. And it's really going to help a lot because by giving you feedback, at least you have an idea of what's going on.
Why the Bricktron get,
not doing anything, waiting or something like it. There's usually really good reasons. And that sums it up pretty much. So it's really nifty feature to think about. That's the whole reason that is possible is because of the metadata we've been gathering for the new AI. So.